Before I tell you what I found inside that mill, I need you to understand something. I am a 9th grade English teacher. I have never broken into a building. I have never withheld evidence. I have never put myself in danger for anything except a car that slid on ice in 2019. I'm telling you this so that when I describe what I did on the night of October 4th, you understand. I am not brave. I'm just someone who found her own name on a list and decided that meant she had nothing left to lose. The Harlow grain mill was built in 1891. Same family. Every single year since. I went in at 2:17 a.m. What I found is why you're watching this. Two nights before, Lea had told me everything. Her mother Carol had been shown a room inside the mill's old annex. Shown it as a warning. This is what we keep. This is what we know. This is why you will not speak. The room held records. Not confessions. Inventory. Every person the Harlow family had silenced, stolen from, disappeared. Names. Dates. Methods. All of it documented. Filed like business expenses. Carol spent the rest of her life 30 miles away and silent, but she gave her children everything she knew. Owen watched over Dani. Lea planned the way in. She'd tried twice. Motion sensors. Voices inside. Both times she'd pulled back. Then Dani disappeared, and waiting stopped being an option. Lea gave me the layout. The blind spots in the sensors. A broken east window latch no one had fixed. Then she looked at me and said, I can't be the one to go in. If I get caught, everything dies with me. Someone has to stay outside this. That has to be me. I'm sorry. I know that's not fair. I told her it was fine. I was lying. But I also knew she was right. October 4th, 2 a.m. I parked a quarter-mile out and walked in through the trees. No flashlight until I was inside. The east window was exactly where she said. The latch was exactly as broken. The annex smelled like dust and old grain and something colder underneath. A space that had been sealed and unsealed over many years. Northeast corner. Third shelving unit from the left. Push the left side in. It pivots. Swings open like a door. I pushed it. It moved like it had been moved recently. No stiffness. No resistance. Someone had been here. Not decades ago. Recently. I went through. 12 feet by 10. Low ceiling. Stone walls. Original construction. This room had always been here. Nobody built it in secret. It had just never been on any blueprint the public was allowed to see. Metal shelves along the left wall. Binders. Dozens. Labeled by year. Going back to 1952. On the table to the right, a lockbox. An open ledger. And a battery lantern. Still warm. Someone had been in this room within the last few hours. I photographed everything. Then I pulled the 1987 binder. Ruth Ellie. Page 4. Carol Reyes. Page 7. Names, dates, locations. And in the far right column of every entry, one word. Resolved. At the bottom of Ruth's page, a photograph. Ruth. Alive. In a concrete room. I recognized immediately. The same walls, the same cot from the photo sent to my phone. This room was a transfer point. Girls held here first. Documented. Filed. Then moved. I was standing in a room where Ruth Ellie was kept before she was disappeared. 38 years ago. The same room where Dani Cole was held before someone moved her. Then I opened the current year's binder. 11 names. Women and girls. Addresses from other counties. Other towns. This wasn't local. This had never been just local. One small town as the center. Quiet, controlled, invisible, while the operation reached outward. 11 names this year alone. 70 years of binders on those shelves. I took the current binder. Left everything else exactly as I found it. Went back through the window. Called Lea from the service road. She picked up on the first ring. I said, "It's bigger than your mother told you." She said, "I know. That's why you need to see what I found in the county records. The Harlow family doesn't just own the mill. They own the judge. They own the county seat. And they have for 100 years. Dani was still out there. The transfer room was empty. She'd been moved again, and I'd just stolen evidence from people who made problems disappear for a living. Episode 5 is where it stops being about what they did to others. It's about what they did to me, and the 11 years I spent not remembering it.